So welcome everybody. We're featuring a bunch of local businesses here in and around the River Park South area today. With everything that's changed so much, some people's businesses have, completely closed. Some people have kind of done a pivot and changed a little bit and are adapting. And other people, need help from our community and whatnot as well. So I wanted to help everybody, bring everybody together, bounce ideas and all that kind of stuff. So Marcus, I'm going to save you for last. Who I'm going to put, since on my screen, Marla is the top left. So Marla, I'm going to start with you. If you want to introduce yourself and who your business is, what your business is, and then kind of what you're doing right now.
Okay, well, my name is Marla Palmerasti. I'm the owner of itsyourwedding.ca. I am a marriage commissioner here in South St. Vital. So big difference for me because everybody is postponing their weddings. But we also have people that are wanting to do weddings like right away. And because they want to keep their dates. So it's been a very interesting curve. I was on the phone today with Vital Stats and they've stopped selling marriage licenses and the city clerk's office is not doing it. So they're trying to keep everybody, not forming in groups or congregating, right? So, yeah, so my whole business has just gone kaput this year.
Because I know I saw you posting a little bit, like you were like meeting people outside and doing the distancing and facilitating, Well,
I'm trying to keep people happy. So I have a lot of people that are wanting just to get married. So last Friday I did a wedding day and I married 4 couples last Friday afternoon. And it was like one after the other. And we were outside, we were social distancing. Everybody had their own pens. Like everything. I had one whole family showed up in masks. Yeah, so everybody was in masks, and yeah, it's challenging to even do that because you just have to stay away from everybody, and it's a personable business, right? So you're supposed to be in somebody's face, you're marrying them, but yeah, it didn't work out that way. So
yeah, so right now, like you can't really move forward and offer that service to anybody else because there's no new licenses being issued.
No new licenses unless you can find an independent person selling them, like a flower shop. So today I actually posted on my Facebook page some of the places that you can buy a license other than Vital Stats or the city clerk's offices. So that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything that like the community can be doing, to help you right now, moving forward or to plan for the future?
Well, just to keep me in mind, so when licenses are being able to be bought again, that we can turn around and just remember me, I can marry you in a small ceremony. If you can't be in a big venue with 75 or 100 people or whatever, like anything over 10 right now, really. And
is it anything over 5 right now?
Well, it changed to 5 because I know last week it was 10. And I've been keeping it to 5. It's just the people who sign a marriage license is the 2 witnesses, the couple and myself.
Yeah.
So I've been keeping it to that and being outside. Like I told everybody, I will not be marrying you in your homes or whatever. Everything has to be outside. And it's been working. But that's the only thing. Like I can help people out that way, that they can find an independent person that can sell them a marriage license at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Brad. You are next. You're muted, so you're going to have to unmute yourself. There we go. So, Brad, tell everybody who you are and what your business is and what's going on right now.
Yeah, so we own Pinnacle HVAC. It's a commercial residential HVAC company, so heating, cooling, ventilation, stuff like that. And we are deemed an essential service, so we're still operational. Obviously, we've had issues with our residential side of the service dropping out. Nobody really wants installs and stuff, which I completely understand. We had a couple projects on the go ourselves at our house, and we kind of put them on hold just to monitor social distancing and things. So, but commercial job sites are still running, and we've been very fortunate that my wife Lindsay is in the company as well, and she works in the office here, so we're able to keep our household moving forward, which is in this time is very important. So we're very fortunate that way. But we have seen a difference in job sites where you're only allowing one trade on site per time. So, the refrigeration mechanics go in, and the plumbers, then the electricians, and it does affect your labor that's going into it. And I was on the phone yesterday with Scotiabank there, the corner of Ward and Dakota, discussing the federal government grants, or the interest-free loans that they're putting out, and the terms and all that stuff. So I think if you haven't been following that with the wage subsidies and the loans, it is unbelievable for small business. As long as your payroll is between 50,000 and $1 million, you qualify for the wage subsidy. And as far as the loan goes, it's the terms are great. So I think things like that have been instrumental for us to be able to stay positive and still keep our labor force going.
Okay. So is there anything that the community can do to be helping you right now?
I think it's just a matter of just supporting local. So what we've done is we're trying to eat out once a week at a local restaurant and things like that. And I think if you look at who you're hiring specifically, I can only speak for the market that I'm in with trades and renovations and things like that. I think right now may not be the time to be doing that big kitchen reno or something like that, but I think now is a good time to take some pictures, do meetings like this where you're online. You can start setting that work up, because when we do get through this, and we will one day get back to our new normal, I think it's going to be important to make sure that the companies that are in our own backyard are getting up and back on their feet as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up, Sandy.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Sandy Belanger, and I'm the owner of Hoffman's Fine Foods. We make 90% of our food, and it's all real. So I'm kind of a grocery store.
Yeah. So you're open, and
I'm open and going. I do have
now.
some fully operational, some reduced hours, some stock we're not making right now because we're just trying to make what everybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the little stuff we're not doing. And then I'm bringing in extra things. I'm bringing in lean ground beef and boneless skinless breasts and butterfly pork chops and some vegetables and some bread and some eggs and milk, just so that people can just come in and pick up little things so they don't have to go to the big grocery stores if they don't want to.
Okay. And then how have you noticed, has business changed a lot for you in the past couple weeks?
Oh yeah, it's gotten busier for me, and River Park South has been awesome. They're just unbelievable. I wouldn't have made it. Well, I wouldn't have gotten this far without them.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I guess for you, it's just for everybody to keep doing what they're doing and keep supporting you over at Hoffman's, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Support little businesses because I still have to pay my rent. My landlord, the hydro's still not going to say, oh, that's okay. So I still have to pay my rent and everything. So yeah. So as everybody keeps doing it, it'll be good.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Dino, how are you doing over there?
Guys, so
Good.
Yeah, Dino here at One Family Fitness Center. If you don't know who we are, we're a small 24-hour fitness center next to Lick's Ice Cream in your neck of the woods there. And we have about 250 members, and then we have 10 coaches and trainers. We've been actually closed for over 3 weeks now. That means absolutely no revenue, and, no members coming in, nothing like that. All my staff are contractors, so now they have no jobs. But luckily, they have that $2,000 a month subsidy, so I'm encouraging them all to apply for that. I've had to apply for that as well. We just upgraded, so we'll have group classes when we do reopen, but I'm on the hook for $12,000 a month of rent and operating expenses that will not be deferred. I'll be charged interest. And there are no grants because, as you mentioned, you need a payroll of above $50,000, and I pay myself less than $30,000 a year, so I don't qualify for any government assistance, and I'm on the hook for $12,000 a month. So
Wow.
We have no income, we have no commercial income, and we actually don't know what to do and how to get through this. But yes, we just want support from the community when we do reopen. Like I mentioned, we already have huge support. We have 250 plus members. The community that does support us does love us. Some of my members have kept their memberships active, which does help a little bit, but we can't do personal training and classes, and that's where our money comes from. That's how we pay the bills. So that's kind of where we're at. We've got tons of free stuff for our members and for the public as well. So anyone who needs workouts, I have downloadable programs on our website, onefamilyfitness.com. All of my coaches and trainers are touching in with their clients. I have my clients. We have free content on social media. We have free groups for our members. So we are doing a lot to give as much as we can. But at the time, if we're not earning any money, it's really hard to be out there doing things for nothing. So yeah, I don't really know what else I can say.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of what can be done right now to help you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you do yoga? Do you offer yoga?
We had just leased an additional space, so I did a renovation. I spent a bunch of money, and now I'm paying for 2 units because yes, I want to run yoga. I have instructors lined up, and I have a space for it, nice flooring and stuff, but I can't be in the building. It's a $500,000 fine if I'm in there.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You know, I would love. We should exchange topics because I would do online yoga. We can't be indoors right now, but you know what? It's getting nice out. I know it just snowed today, everybody. That's my fault. I pulled out my summer clothes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, blame me. But you know what? There's lots of options, and I'm doing online yoga. Not to jump in.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. And all my trainers are contractors, so they're doing their own thing to try to make ends meet. So they're offering their stuff online. I know they're doing a lot of online coaching, a lot of online classes, stuff like that. But yeah, we do have people doing that kind of stuff. That's to earn them money, not us as a facility.
Yeah, because you had literally just acquired this space next door to you and had just renovated that before this, right?
Yeah, like we were supposed to open April 1st, grand opening, Kung Fu, Tai Chi, meditation, yoga, boot camp, kettlebells, what else? We got kids classes, ninja classes, everything. I spent money for marketing materials, all for that time frame, all my labor, all my renovations. Yeah, and we can't do that right now, but it'll come in the future. I'm sure we'll open within the next 4 to 6 months. But yeah, in the meantime, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. I think maybe Marcus will have ideas for you at the end of this, for sure. Okay. All right. Let's jump over to Debbie.
Hi, my name is Debbie Wozni. Me and my husband own Santa Ana Pizzeria and Bistro in River Park South there. Yeah, so obviously our dining room is closed. So we've had to pivot a little bit and shut down the dining room. We've laid off about 15 employees, I think, at last payroll there. And so we're just focusing on pickup and takeout, which we've had a fairly healthy business with that. So going forward, that's been our main focus. So just offering contactless delivery, right? Curbside pickup, a bunch of take and bake options, a bunch of family size pastas at a discounted rate. And yeah, like dough balls to take home, right? Fresh baked dough balls for people to have fun family nights. And yeah, so we've just had to completely pivot and focus on what we can, really, what we're able to at this point. So.
And how has the community been so far in supporting that for the takeout?
Community has been fabulous so far, actually. They've done a lot of pickup. It has went way up, our pickup, actually. So tons of Skip the Dishes. We're offering free delivery on Skip the Dishes too. And I would just encourage anybody, I understand that these are very turbulent times for people, but if somebody could even just pick up their phone and, you know, give our restaurant a thumbs up or a positive review even, right? Or share it on a social media page, right? Or to, because not everybody has the money to be spending, you know, money on pickup, but the social media goes a long way for all businesses. So I would just encourage anybody to help other people like that.
Maybe what I'll get all of you guys to do after this is message me your Google page and your Facebook page, and then I'll include them in the video when I post it, and tell everybody like, hey, you know, hop on, give these places 5-star reviews because they're all awesome local businesses, and then it all helps you guys in the end, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's got to the point now where actually Google is closing pages that are not open. So they've actually gone and marked my pages and my business as closed.
What do you mean? Like, so people can't leave you a review even?
I got an email from Google yesterday that they said they've marked my business. I have one for the gym and one for the personal training. They've marked them both as temporarily closed.
Wow.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So I put a dispute in for that. So we'll see. I don't know what you see when you go there now, but yeah, hopefully you can still review it.
Yeah, we'll have to give that a try and see what they say.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Jen, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'm Jen Joyle, and I've worked at my family's business, First Impressions Hair and Skin, for 20 years now. The salon has been there for 25 years, and this is the first time ever we've had to close the doors. So new territory, obviously nobody's making any income. Working for a family member, I'm not receiving any like EI or anything like that. Thankfully, a lot of our staff are able to claim that. So I've put my application in for the benefits that are offered there. So far what we're doing has been just trying to offer clients some curbside pickup products. So we are an Aveda salon. If they choose to swing by and we can plan a time to meet them, drop the products off in their trunk or whatever. So we've done that. We've done a couple home deliveries for their hair care products as well. And now just this week, we're starting to do some hair color because like so many women, our hair is growing.
I'm so lucky. Like I was blonde last year and this would be a disaster right now.
I know.
I'm so lucky I'm brunette right now.
So I'm thinking I'll be accepting bribes very soon because people are like, well, can you just come over and do it for me? But no, that's not happening. Sorry.
I just posted on Facebook. I was like, I will take any tip how to cut my own hair.
Oh yeah, I'll send you some videos later.
Oh my God, please.
So that's
You
what
feel their pain, eh, Marcus?
We're doing, I've got a couple people tomorrow. They're going to stop by. We've planned scheduled time. So of course they're staggered. And so these are for existing clients of the salon that we have their color formula and we're able to package that up sort of so that they can go home and do it themselves without even spoiling the product either too. Cause
yeah.
I don't know if any of you know that, but
Totally.
if you mix it too soon, then it's not going to work when you use it later and so on and so forth. So we're just trying to do that. And, you know, we actually do a lot of Zoom meetings as our team just to stay together because we're people pleasers. We like to see each other. We like to be with each other. And even just calling to unfortunately cancel clients has brought joy to, you know, myself and some of the other girls and the clients. They want to hear from us. They're enjoying our conversations, even though it's under these circumstances, but it's been okay, you know, like obviously we're not making income, but we're doing what we can.
Okay. So is there anything, like, I mean, obviously like you can't have like somebody like me who's never been to your salon before, pop on, like ask for color, right? So I don't know, is there anything else that the community can be doing right now to support you?
Well, yeah, I mean, with color, the challenge is that I don't really see your hair, right? Like I can guess, but that's just guess. And so that was the hesitation at first, was how liable are we going to be if someone goes home and takes their color and slaps it all over their head and screws up their hair or gets it in their eye or something, right? Like I don't even want to know. But the few people that have approached us, I trust that they're going to do a good job and they can figure it out for themselves, right? But retail sales, like I said, we are an Aveda salon, so we're offering a discount on the products as well. So I'll post that on our Instagram and our Facebook page too, that it's 20% off. And we would just appreciate over the phone or credit card payments or e-transfers for the retail.
Okay, cool. Dino, I saw you sent me a message, but I can't check my phone. Are you able to verbally say it?
Yeah. No, I was just brainstorming. I was just saying we should be exchanging Instagram, like everybody follow everyone, because some of these businesses, like I haven't heard of some of these people, so following them might help. And then I was thinking some type of community T-shirt even, where we all have the logos on them, like something like that we could sell maybe as a fundraiser or something like that. To get all of these brands into the hands of the community somehow.
I have a local guy. Our web guy is the same River Park South guy, and he does that stuff. So I'll definitely run that by him as an idea, as a follow up.
That'd be great. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, just because I'm seeing a lot of faces I don't know, and like it'd be nice to somehow connect both on social media somehow. So definitely following each other back, adding on Facebook, recommendations on Facebook, like, hey, next time you need your hair done, I recommend this type of thing, you know?
For sure. I think you guys there's a chat window. So you guys can actually hop in the chat and put all your social medias and names and everything there. And I'm going to make sure too, when I do up this video, that each business is highlighted and tagged. I'm going to do a bit of editing on the video before I put this out and whatnot. But that's good, you know. So next over to Shay. Can you hear me, Shay? She disappeared.
She's gone.
She's gone. Okay. Curtis, you're up next.
Hi, so I'm Curtis Rosso. I own River Park Flooring. I'm on St. Mary's Road. For us, we're considered an essential business because we're in the renovation construction business. It's tough for us because, of course, we offer installation as well, and people don't want you in their home right now. So, you know, and they don't want to necessarily go to the store because it's not an essential item for them personally. April's kind of a big month for us because every end of April we have our anniversary sale at the end of the month for our one-day big sale. So, you know, there's only so much we can do, but what we did this year is we decided to run it for the entire month of April. And that's 25% off all our in-stock products, 15% off any custom orders, and all of our remnants we have there are 50% off. Remnants at 50% off. We don't make money on them, but it gets people in the door kind of thing. So it's been very slow because people aren't coming out to the store. So today I put up on our Facebook, we're going to offer, we understand that people have no idea when things are going to get back to normal. So, you know, when would we run another sale, that kind of thing. If people wanted to put a deposit down of $1,000, we're going to hold this pricing, the special pricing for them until the end of the year. And that, you know, hopefully will maybe generate some dollars for us for now to keep people, you know, paid until the wage subsidy is available at least. And, you know, give people an opportunity not to panic if they want to do that renovation. I think we're going to find once things get back to normal, the people that have been stuck at home probably are going to realize they have lots of projects they want to do. And right now they don't want to get into that necessarily because they don't know when the next, you know, paycheck's going to come and how much it's going to be.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess the thing that the community can do for you right now is put down that deposit and start planning. And then at least you guys know that you have that future business, right?
Yeah, and I mean, people, there's lots of stuff online. We have a website. People go on, see some of the products we carry. They can order those products from us now if they want. We've done a few phone orders this week from people. So, we've been in the community for 12 years and we've gotten a lot of community support. But I think right now, although we're considered essential, it's just not essential for people personally to go out and get these products.
Yeah. Okay. Ray, you're up next. You're muted, so you'll have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Am I muted?
Nope, you're not muted anymore. So Ray,
just
you
like
have,
at home, I'm always muted.
So Ray, you have, I guess, kind of two businesses, right? You got Argie's and you've got your honey, and that you normally do at like your farmers markets and whatnot, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So what do you have? What's happening with both of those right now?
It's pretty much almost not a total standstill. We're getting a lot of like curbside and a lot of phone, Facebook, Instagram, website, email, text, whatever works. And like I've been saying, I've never worked so hard for so little in return, but I guess it's kind of been like that all my life. But people come to the store, I'll throw it outside. They can e-transfer, they pay by credit card. Some will come in and use their debit card or whatever if they have to, or pay cash. It doesn't matter. It's not any high traffic going on right now. So I'm there working anyways, but I don't have the sign on and I just work as needed. But I try to do most of it on curbside.
Okay. And then I know I saw like St. Norbert Farmers Market was open. Like, are you still able to get in there to do your honey and whatnot? Or
I don't usually do it. I don't usually do the winter because it's just 6 months is just too much, taking days off. So they have a website up. They have an online store. I'm supposed to get added to it. I don't know if it's happened or not yet. They've cut back on the vendors though for more social distancing, and they're only allowing so many people in. So I'm assuming the sales are way down and they don't want to oversaturate it and have too much people. I don't know what's going to happen. It's supposed to start up May long weekend. I don't know where that is. The downtown Hydro Market City Place has been postponed all this month. And the St. Norbert's every 2 weeks until May long weekend until they decide what's going to happen, I guess, with what the city's going to allow them to do. That we don't know. Everything's unknown, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess like the thing the community can do for you right now is just keep ordering honey.
Yeah.
And, they can reach you on social media to order things from the store.
Yeah. People like today it's what I'm doing at RG's at the record store is I'm posting batches of records, just plus I have the website, but I can't have everything on the website. It's impossible because a lot of one-offs and people are like, oh, what's that? So it's not much, but it's better than nothing. And if it keeps the wolves at bay, so be it. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we lost Shay. Shay is with Shay Yogi Yoga. And I know like she was an instructor at a few different gyms, and she was doing like sessions at like community and centers and stuff like that beforehand. And she has been doing a lot of live classes on her Facebook account and whatnot right now is what she's been doing. I've tuned into a couple of them and watched her classes and that she's been doing. So I know that's what she's up to right now. That leaves Marcus. Stage is all yours now.
Well, thank you, first of all, Nicole, for organizing this tonight. This is a great opportunity to connect with businesses during this unprecedented time. Certainly, from early March to where we are now, we're pretty much, on the inside looking out and stuck behind our four walls and just kind of waiting for this to pass by. And as you said, Brad, get on with our new normal, whatever that may look like. I know at City Hall we've been having some of the same issues in terms of our revenues and our expenditures, and how we're going to be able to provide services to citizens post-pandemic, knowing that our revenues are going to be down, and you know what that's going to look like. It's great that the federal government has stepped up and has introduced some of these tax relief measures, and the provincial government has introduced some tax relief measures as well. The federal government with the opportunities for businesses to tap into the program that allow them to rehire staff back, and the wage subsidies, the deferral of PST payments. And I know from a city perspective, we've also deferred the business tax payments, as well as property tax payments for homeowners. That being said, there are some services or some businesses that we felt are essential services, and some of you have indicated that will still go on, and will still provide opportunities for cash flow. We've been working very closely with the Canadian Federation of Independent Business to see exactly what other jurisdictions are experiencing, what other measures they've implemented, and what the best practices can be in terms of when this is over and we can start efforts to reboot the economy. Talking with your financial institution, again, they're offering very low interest loans, and deferral of payments for up to 6 months on some issues. I've heard from some employers or some businesses about the issue of rent, commercial rent spaces, and that was one of the things that I still need to follow up with the MLA, because I know that from a residential rent perspective that they were not to use this current crisis as a means to evict individuals from their residential tenancy agreements. So the same should hold true in terms of commercial. I know, Dino, you mentioned that you've got a hefty monthly bill there, and again, hopefully you'll be protected through measures of the provincial government in terms of not canceling your contract or your lease on the basis of this this pandemic, which again is not your fault. So there is so much work to do. I think it starts here with some of the suggestions that have been made. Some of the cross-marketing opportunities, I think, is a great way to start. I think it was Marla that talks about her wedding business. Again, market that with Debbie from Santa Ana. You know, I'm doing a wedding here, and the reception can be held at Santa Ana, and a great marketing opportunity there. Again, between Dino and the, I believe it was that does the yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, there's opportunities there to cross-market. I think using social media, and this is one of the things that I'm challenged with as well as a city councilor, is disseminating some of this information and looking at ways and mechanisms to increase my my list of who I can send information out. A lot of that is based on them initially coming to me or going to my website and seeing that there is a link to connect with my newsletter and with social media, so I can disseminate information. I've been trying to do that through all of the different Facebook groups that I'm involved with, through Instagram, through Twitter. But again, a lot of that is based on individuals who have registered on my website or have friended me on the different social media platforms. So again, if you have ideas in terms of how we can increase either a social media presence or a mail-out presence, these are things that we can connect with our local residents and increase our awareness, because we're going to be depending on them to spend dollars in a time of uncertainty. And you know, small and medium-sized business are the economic engine to our economy, and where people can have a sense of stability in terms of, again, supporting small and medium-sized businesses, we're going to see our economy bounce back quicker than where that uncertainty still exists.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Marcus? No?
Well, you know, one of the things that I've been wondering about too is that everybody's home doing things. What can we do, like, as citizens? We all sit at home thinking, oh, you know, you're cleaning your closet, you're doing things like that. But when we are getting back on track, as citizens, what can we do? And that's the one question we've been talking about as a family, like to help out different places, like cleaning the streets and doing things. Like, I mean, the city's tapped out right now. The province is tapped out. The federal government's tapped out. We as citizens, I think, have to kind of step forward too and start helping out. Like, we can talk about it, but we also have to show some action too. And well, I don't know, Marcus, what's your thoughts on that?
You're absolutely correct, Marla. I mean, it goes to what our standards of services are and what our core services are. And I mean, you know, we all want our sidewalks plowed, you know, and it makes sense from a perspective of, you know, those that are with a disability, that we want to make sure that they can still, you know, get through a sidewalk during the winter months. But, you know, perhaps as citizens can take that upon themselves to ensure that those sidewalks in front of their houses are shoveled so that the city doesn't have to come and do it. Now, I'm just using that as an example and not as, you know, but yeah, there are certain things that we as citizens can step up. Otherwise, though, I mean, we have to pay for it. If the federal government is coming out and introducing the program CERB, as well as enhancing EI benefits, it's got to be paid for. The provincial government talked about a reduction of the PST, which the municipal government factored into the cost of some of, you know, what we're billed back to the provincial government on. And as a result, we had savings. Now the provincial government is saying that we can't implement that July 1st. We have to defer that back to 2021. So as a result, that's, you know, I think it was about $2.1 million in savings that we no longer have. So we've got to figure out a way of paying for, you know, the libraries that we plan to keep open, or the pools and things like that. So again, it's all got to get paid for somehow. And how, you know, we're looking at right now a mechanism where we can reduce some of our expenditures. You know, looking at the proportionality of Winnipeg Transit versus still maintaining the need for social distancing on buses, recognizing that people still need to take the bus to go to work as essential services. But right now, from when I'm driving around and what I'm seeing is that there's maybe 2 people on a bus or 3 people on a bus. I think social distance can still be maintained with fewer buses, reducing our expenditures. At the other end of it, it means that we're going to have to start laying off some of our civil servants. But it's a mechanism to reduce the cost expenditures so that it's not borne on taxpayers.
It's complex.
It's complex. It's complex because as soon as you lay somebody off and there's uncertainty, then they're going to be, well, you know, I don't have that steady income. Can I afford to eat out on a Friday night? Or, you know, can I afford to take fitness classes? So it's all about that spending power that they have, that, again, it's a trickle-down effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I know, Marla, we're like with the community, River Park South Community Association, we have a meeting, we're on the 11th, and we usually do a spring cleanup in May. And so we're going to be like promoting like cleaning while you're walking and like stuff like that.
But you see, this is, I'll tell you where I'm coming from on this. Been helping out the Bear Clan.
Yeah,
downtown.
So much.
Downtown. And I've been doing quite a bit of work with them. And I mean, I am absolutely appalled the needs that our city has. Like I walk those streets, like I'm walking Higgins and Main, and I'm walking in behind the Sutherland Hotel, and we need some help. And I think some things have to be coming from the people as well. So I've been actually having some good conversations with Kevin from Bear Clan and about how we can do this, how we can implement. And I think from that perspective, from being downtown to St. Vital to being out past the perimeter like Ray and I are, you know what I mean? There's a lot of needs that need to be done, and you see them, but we all have to step forward. And I think people have to quit blaming and actually taking some ownership. Like, we all live in this city, right? We all live in this province. So that's my thought process anyways.
No, excellent point. I've had the opportunity to do a couple of drive-alongs with both Winnipeg Police Service as well as Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service, and right in our core area, right in our downtown area of the city. And yeah, it's a different city that does need our help, and the Bear Clan does great work. I know that. Again, these are some of the measures that we need to implement right within our own community, especially in the summer months in terms of community safety strategies. And those are the things that I've committed to and have planned and have executed in terms of hosting some of those community safety committees. I did one at Dakota Community Center, one at St. Norbert Community Center, and one at Fort Richmond Community Center, and had great turnouts. But then it's about action and making sure that we can have neighborhood watch groups so that police don't have to come around as frequently and crime doesn't find its way in our communities.
Yeah. Well, River Park South used to have one, because I used to walk that walk on some nights. So I remember that about 20 years ago, we used to walk around and do that. So, yeah.
Well, and again, where we can find the savings to, so that we're not looking at tax increases or fee increases to offset, the deferral fees of taxes and things like that. A penny saved is a penny earned, and that goes back into the economy and helping small and medium-sized business start to thrive again. My biggest focus post-pandemic is what it's going to take to kickstart our economy and get businesses going again, get people. My son is getting married in 2021. We want to have a big splash of a wedding. My parents are turning 90 in 2021. We want to have a big splash of a birthday party for them. So we want to be able to focus on those things that, again, are discretionary spending things. But again, we have the ability to do that because we have the confidence in our economy.
Yeah, it's true.
Cool. Shay, we lost you right when it was your turn. So I told everybody a little bit about you, but I'll let you speak before we end this tonight.
Yeah, hi. Sorry about that, guys. I actually heard a crazy whirlwind, and then I lost connection, and I had to walk around the house finding a new connection, so you saw the other side of my room. Okay, so yeah, hi, my name's Shay Yogi Yoga. I'm in St. Vital. Well, I work in St. Vital, but I'm actually in Fort Rouge, South Osborne. But now I'm doing online yoga. So I'm doing it Wednesday nights, but it doesn't, it's funny. I'm now working from home. I have a home studio now, which is so strange for me because I'm used to teaching out of like community centers and churches and then I worked at a gym and Dino, I was interested in your gym, and I'm like, I'm so used to going out to these big places, and now to be in a little room and be on these small screens teaching everybody, it's such a different place, and it's, yeah, so I'm listening to all your guys' stories, and like you're all saying we're all home now, it's also different, so I can relate to that. And so I'm doing all online, and so it's expanded to just Wednesdays at 6, and I also in the summer used to offer kids yoga, and it was almost like a day camp, but it was really small, and so that's probably not going to be happening because like as much as parents would love it because they're probably all home with our kids somewhere, but I would like to get kids yoga back up and running because the kids are home right now. Yeah, you guys all did it, the exact same thing. Yeah, everyone's nodding, and so is mine. And she's going to school, and we're doing yoga, and she does yoga with me, and she's dying. You guys are also on iPads all the time. So is she, and she's on it so much, and she's narrating. She's narrating all the time. That's all she does. Is I'm going to tell you guys, she was in the bathroom this morning narrating everything, and she pretended like she was on the iPad. And she was talking about it, and she just wants to teach yoga. Honestly, she's like a little me, and I just want to put her on a screen too and teach your guys' kids or the community's kids or
should.
Yeah, like I just want to do this. So I got that in the works. It's not actually happening yet, but I'm thinking about like figuring that out, because right now all my yoga's free. I'm just offering it. I just want everyone to be happy, healthy, and safe is what I'm saying. I'm not even making money right now. I haven't even opened my attendance book. I just want everyone to do it. The links you guys get, you guys are all welcome. I would love to have you guys all come out. Bring your family, your kids, your friend. I had a dog come. There was a dog running around in one of them. I just want you guys all to come just stretch and be happy and healthy and breathe. And I don't know, you guys go to do exercise. I hope you're all moving and stuff. So the other thing I also do is, my other job I kind of do is I make albums. I actually build like memory albums, but I actually build like the hinges and the pages and the covers, and I do like photo albums. Marla, photo albums. So like I have people bring me all these pictures, and I build these like 8 by 12 by 11 photo albums, and they hold like 500 photos. And I sell them for like hundreds, and they're like huge, hundreds of photos. And so that's come to a halt because no one wants to go to Walmart and get them developed or anything like that. So I'm trying to figure out the online version of that now, because you can send it online, but no one actually wants to pick up the actual album anymore, right? Like I was doing markets. Summer markets are probably not going to be happening. Like festivals, none of those music festivals. Like I'm a yoga instructor. I cross it over with, believe it or not, you can find scrapbooking paper that's all like fitness journals, inspiration journals. Like I'm a huge journaler, yoga journal, meditation. It's like the whole lifestyle. So it really crosses over. You would never think crafting and yoga would be a one of another thing, but it is. So it's kind of come to a halt, but I'm trying to figure out a way to make it work. So the summer is not going to be the same. Usually I'm going to craft sales and doing park stuff with the yoga and making that all work. And I doubt any of it's going to happen, because they're all going to be social distancing. There's not going to be large gatherings of people.
Mm-hmm. I know that for sure.
Exactly. There's no parties. There's no concerts. No music festivals.
I mean, for you, it's going to be just utilizing social media like crazy, right?
Yeah.
To try and pick up the business.
If there's one thing I could offer as well, and it does go speak to for those businesses that qualify for the 75% wage subsidy that the federal government is offering. One of the questions has been whether the same businesses would be in a position to pay the top up of the 25%. And looking at that as an investment. So where the federal government is offering that 75% wage subsidy, would the business contribute the other 25% to make that employee whole? And again, I feel free to answer, or not, but for consideration, again, the investment of that 25% allows that individual to reinvest it back into the economy.
Okay.
See, Dino, I'm in the same position as you too, because I don't really qualify. My husband went through everything. I'm not a person that qualifies in the same kind of aspect like you are.
Well, I think
unfortunate.
It is.
The money on myself instead of the upgrades on the game. Yeah, that's what I get for not paying myself enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting too, like in the real estate industry, because obviously the market has slowed down drastically. So for me, like I get paid if I sell a house today and possession is May 1st, I get paid June 1st. So like I'm not going to notice this financially until June, when all of today's sales would have been paying me out. So it's really weird because I can work. There's potential for a sale. There's not going to be as much as there used to be. And so I'm in this really weird place where I don't qualify for anything either.
Yeah, it's a very interesting concept because you watch everything, and I look at I've been talking to some of my former colleagues too at the Louisville School Division, so it's very interesting to see what they're going through. And with our former business as well, I mean, I looked at the garden center and I'm like, wow, like take a look at all these plants. Where are they going?
Yeah.
You have crops that you've been going and you have everything going. And so you look at everybody. I can't believe that one thing has caused so many industries just to stop in their tracks. And it's sad, but we gotta get on it when this is all over with and really put the fire on and try to help ourselves out here.
It's interesting because it's not a replacement economy. So if it was, and I don't want to be doom and gloom, but if it was a war, for instance, and you had to rebuild houses and rebuild factories and all of those things that were lost in a war or lost in a tornado or a hurricane or things like that, it's about the replacement and that's what gets the economy going. But there's been no loss, right? There's been no loss other than people have stopped working, right? So how do you recover from that?
What I do find interesting is I don't know if you've heard about the revenge shopping in China.
No, I never heard about it. Okay, let's hear about it.
Apparently, the Chinese, as they've slowly started reopening things in that, have been going crazy, spending like mad. And one of my friends has a friend who is like one of the head people of, it was either Louis Vuitton or Chanel. And they had like one of their biggest day in sales in China just recently because they were like, we're free, we're spending all our money, and they just got out there and went like crazy, right? So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We revenge shop like crazy when we're able to, right? Because I think everybody's kind of holding their money a little closer to themselves right now.
Uncertainty.
Yeah, not knowing exactly what's happening, right? So, and then the trickle down effect of that is to everything else.
I haven't had my roots done in like 3 weeks.
It shows.
Talking about just what do you do during these times? I think you look at adapting, and I think those are the people that have the ability to adapt are the ones that are going to be able to see this through to the end. And I use an example. You mentioned a garden center. Friends of ours own Ron Paul Garden Center, and they're actually they always have been a federated co-op. So they're selling cheese and butter and eggs and whatever, and household goods are like a Home Depot. So it's that's not going to replace all the business. And I mean, you drive down South St. Mary's and you look at all the Lacoste and Jensen's and all the work that you mentioned, Dino, yourself, all the work that you've done, and with that comes debt. And you look at it now and you're going, that year is gone. So it's, can you adapt to survive? And I can only speak for myself and our household is we're definitely, our circle has gotten a lot smaller where we're ordering at least once a week from a Santa Ana or going to Hoffman's to get our food and supporting those local entrepreneurs that really make our area what it is. So what the future is, I see a new reality, and I think it is going to be a new reality because I don't think we're going to come out of this exactly the same as we were. We're going to spend differently. We're going to look at things differently, and my hope is that those renovations and stuff that Chris is talking about, is those people are going to jump on it, you know. So, but I guess you have to have hope, because if you don't, you're screwed.
Well, and
We're
that's
entrepreneurs, right? Like we had hope. You know, Ray said it too. You know, I've been working so hard for a little return. It's, you know, the entrepreneurs don't make don't make big bucks, and you know, part of the game, as I call it, is you know, paying as little tax as you legally can, right? So you don't want to show massive profits, and it always comes back to bite you, right? Like you're reinvesting in your business to grow it and buy infrastructure or renovate a space, and it's hard.
That's exactly what I was saying today, and they're like, "Oh, so you just have a hobby?"
Yeah.
I guess so.
Well, that's what they were saying about the transportation industry, that with all of the credits that the airlines have offered, if they didn't offer a refund to the flights that were booked, is that people are going to be taking advantage of that. So that will help the transportation and hopefully the hotel industry as well. And hopefully restaurants. Again, we'll see that surge of people who have been cooped up for 4, 6, 8 weeks, that want to be out and want to go out and enjoy fine cuisine. So again, hopefully the revenge shopping does find its way here, because those are the things that will help rebound our economy that much quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think for the next year or so, at least, people are not going to be traveling like they were. I mean, they're going to be afraid to for the first maybe 2 years even, right? So hopefully they will spend that money locally.
I can't wait to hop on a flight.
Yeah. No, but there'll be lots of people that are going to be afraid to hop on that flight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite potential.
I brought up a conversation the other day on my Facebook page, was, you know how they always say, save for that rainy day. And you always heard your parents say that, save some of your money. I said, I wonder how this is going to change people's look of things. Like, always throwing that Visa card out, you know what I mean? Because you're getting the points, putting yourself in debt and you can't pay it off right away. Like, there's a lot of, I think, people are going to sit back, I think, and really rethink this, right? One good thing, the interest rates went down for Nicole. So you're good to go there.
Interest rates down, but so are all your RSPs and mutuals too.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at any of that, and I don't have a lot of it anymore, but I'd hate to look at that. So it's a double-edged sword right now. So there'll be an end in sight. It'll come.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll wait it. We can all wait it out.
Well, and again, that goes into the messaging of, stay home, social distance, to reduce the transmission, let's flatten the curve. The more people that adhere to that, and again, I get frustrated when I see on social media that there's groups of people still out playing soccer or carrying on as if a pandemic isn't happening. So as we can reinforce that message of stay home and flatten the curve, the quicker we can get back to the activities to help us rebound our economy.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, we've been an hour and 5 minutes already, guys. So thank you all. I don't know if anybody wants to do this again. I know there was about 10 other people that I had invited. Some of them were able to come weren't able to come tonight and wanted to come to another one. So if you would like to do another one, let me know, and I'll make sure to send you out an invite next time as well. Probably in like 2 weeks or something like that, maybe, right? When things have maybe changed again and we want to revisit things again, but just let me know. And thank you everybody for being here today.
Thanks for doing this, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole.